Scene Mom says, welcome to the podcast from former Phoenix radio host Danny Cutler. Each week bringing you independent music, industry news, the occasional interview, and other fun segments. Let's get to it. Scene Mom says hello and welcome to episode 102. I'm Danny, your host and Scene Mom. Thank you, as always, for joining me. I hope everybody has had a good couple of weeks. It has been a little crazy and weird here lately, but also some good news and bad news and crazy news. Okay, let me get to it. First off, I would like to say that I'm honored to be selected as one of the recipients of the very first SLAM Awards. SLAM stands for Support Life in Music and is the brainchild of my friend Jack Mangan to fight back against music industry tragedies from substance misuse, depression, and suicide. SLAM is saving lives through storytelling, media, research, and inspiration. I interviewed Jack when he was first getting started, and it has come a long way in just 1 year. The awards ceremony is available now on the SLAM YouTube channel. Just look up Support Life in Music or tap the link in the show notes. I did make an acceptance video, which you will see in the awards ceremony, but I will be posting it too. I just was waiting until the ceremony premiered to share it because I wanted to give love and the energy to that, but I'm going to post it soon. Congratulations, Jack, on an amazing first year with SLAM, and I definitely look forward to seeing how the organization grows in the next year. In some other personal news, in the midst of planning for the next cultural grant season, which opens September 1st, prepping a workshop for the business incubator that I partner with, we lost two really great Massachusetts musicians. First is bassist Linda Pardee. She passed away from cancer on August 16th. Not only was she one of the founders of Boston band The Chelsea Curve, she was also a collaborator with many area musicians, and she even performed with 80s band Gang of Four. I never got to meet her in person, but I played The Chelsea Curve many times on the show, and I am not even exaggerating when I tell you the entire Boston scene is feeling the loss. And the second happened the very next day. Worcester musician Jorge Rodriguez, who's also known as Tasteless Jack, passed away on the 17th. I don't have any other details, but it truly came out of left field for everyone in the central Massachusetts music scene. He was getting ready to release a new EP. He even sent it to me so I could listen to it. He even confirmed with me several days prior to his death about performing at the Cultural Center just last week. He was another amazing musician who put his heart and soul into his music and also into supporting everyone he could with theirs. I didn't know him well, but he made you feel as if you were friends for decades, and he will be very, very missed. Everybody in the North Central area is feeling the void. Now, as much as I would just love to have both Linda and George still here, I am so grateful that we will always have their music. So for this show, I'm going to play a couple of songs from both Tasteless Jack and The Chelsea Curve. For me, it's going to be therapeutic. And if you knew them or knew their music, I hope it helps you a little bit too. And as usual, I'm still bringing you your music news, music history, and a marketing tip for you. So let's get back to the music with a song from The Chelsea Curve. They had just released their latest album called The Ride Out back in May. I highly recommend heading to Bandcamp and downloading the album. It is so much fun. This is called In Real Life, and you're listening to What Scene Mom Says.
What's it gonna
also realized as I was putting this show together that the next Bandcamp Friday is coming up pretty quick, Friday, September 4th. Remember, on that day, artists receive 100% of the proceeds. So if you want to wait until then to download the Chelsea Curve album, that's okay. Give them 100% of those proceeds. CMOM says it is time for your music news. Now, you know we've been following the AI music fight pretty closely on this show. The lawsuits, the coalitions, the open letters. But this week's story is about what happens when a major label decides to just stop fighting and start cashing in. Warner Music Group just revealed on its quarterly earnings call that it expects its AI licensing deals, most notably with Suno, but also with Stability AI, Kale, and Udio, to contribute materially to its subscription streaming revenue growth starting in fiscal 2027. Warner's CEO put a date on it publicly, which is the first time that any major label has done that. So here's where it gets a little thorny. The details of the Warner-Suno deal remain completely secret. A judge actually denied Sony and UMG's request to obtain a copy of the contract. So Warner is publicly promising its shareholders that AI money is coming, but nobody outside that room knows what the agreement is or what share, if any, will trickle down to the artists whose recordings trained those models. Now, we already know from the AFM lawsuit we covered earlier in the season that artists are not automatically seeing that money. A label can book AI licensing revenue as streaming growth and never touch the per-player economics beneath it. Meanwhile, BMG just announced its own Suno deal, notably requiring artists and songwriters to opt in before their music can be used for AI inputs and outputs. That opt-in requirement is a meaningful distinction and one that artists should be paying close attention to when they have their own label contracts. So the deals, they're getting done. The question is, who is really at the table? It's just a little reminder that the label's bottom line is making money, and it really has little to do with artists' rights, no matter what they allege in any lawsuit. All right, in other news, if you post videos on YouTube, and if you're an independent artist or podcaster, you might do that. There is a pretty significant change to how your view counts will work, and it just kicked in this week, and it's worth understanding it. Starting on August 24th, YouTube moved to what it calls an exposure-based model for long-form video views. So a view is now counted the moment a video begins playing from the very first frame. Previously, viewers had to continuously watch for a set period of time before it registered as a view. Now, the change brings long-form videos in line with how YouTube already counts views for shorts and live streams, and it standardizes the public view metric across the entire platform. So videos uploaded on or after August 24th will immediately use the new system, while older videos keep their existing view totals, though any new views that they receive from this point forward will count under the new rules. So as soon as it starts playing, even it could be a year-old video, it'll count as a view. Now, before you get too excited about those view counts going up, there is another distinction that you have to understand. The change only affects public view counts, not monetization. So revenue calculations will still use what YouTube calls, quote, engaged views, meaning viewers who actually keep watching beyond that first frame. So the paycheck you might be getting with monetization is not changing, just the number that you see on the video itself. One more thing worth talking about for anyone thinking about joining the YouTube Partner Program. Starting in February, new creators will need 8,000 qualified watch hours over the previous 12 months, or 20 million qualified shorts views over 90 days, which is double the current requirements. So view counts are getting easier to accumulate, but getting monetized is going to get harder. That sounds just like YouTube. All right. So as someone who spent 16 years in radio, this story made me pause because everybody keeps telling us radio is dead, but the data keeps saying different. Edison Research recently released its Q2 2026 Share of Ear report, which surveyed 4,000 Americans on how they spend their audio listening time. The headline finding is one that I think will surprise a lot of people. AM/FM radio currently holds a 62% ad-supported audio audience share among Americans 18 and up. Spotify's ad-supported tier is only about 6%. That's not small. That's radio that is commanding more than 10 times the ad-supported audience of the world's most talked about music streaming platform. So here's the thing. That gap holds across every income level too. Whether it's households that earn under $50,000, between $50,000 and $99,000, or over $100,000, radio's ad-supported audio share sits at 61 to 63% across the board. And Spotify's ad-supported share just ranges from 4 to 8%, depending on the bracket. Now, to be fair, the report does acknowledge that streaming platforms are split out individually, so combining all of them together would paint a more competitive picture, and podcasts are counted in their own separate category, and that also changes the math a bit. But even with all of those caveats, the core point stands. Radio is still where the vast majority of American ears are spending their time. So for artists and advertisers who are writing off radio entirely in favor of streaming, the audience is there, and it's massive, and it has been the whole time. So radio is not dead. It just stopped being the thing to talk about. And on that note, I will have some news about radio coming up in next week's show. Dun, dun, dun. And finally, in a music landscape where streaming numbers can definitely be faked, algorithms can be gamed, and AI is flooding platforms with synthetic content, I've talked about all of those things, artists are increasingly asking a question that matters. How do you create a moment that can't be replicated? Well, artist Phoebe Bridgers just did that in a pretty cool way. For the release of her new album, Lost Weekend, her first solo record since Punisher in 2020, Bridgers partnered with planetariums around the world to host immersive advanced listening events ahead of the album's official release on August 14th. So each phone-free session paired the album with either a custom dome show designed by a night sky photographer or an immersive laser show. The events took place across more than 40 planetariums in the US, Canada, Europe, the UK, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand, including big venues like Chicago's Adler Planetarium and Melbourne Planetarium. Spotify also co-hosted a separate invitation-only listening event for select fans in the Jersey City area. And the planetariums are just a part of it. More than 300 record stores and listening venues around the world hosted midnight release parties on August 13th, which spanned North and South America, Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand. Now, this is the model more and more artists are thinking about doing, and for a good reason. When your music can be streamed instantly anywhere for free, the thing that creates genuine fan loyalty is the experience around the music. You got the memories of being in the room together or in a planetarium with other fans, hearing something for the first time. Your phone is not with you. You're just in the experience. As we know, that isn't something an algorithm can generate or AI can replicate. So the Lost Tour that follows is already completely sold out across the US and the UK. I don't think that's a coincidence. Artists who invest in the experience of their music will build the kind of community that will want to show up. There it is. That's your music news for this week. If you've got thoughts, feedback, any other music news you want to share, you can shoot me an email, scenemomsays@gmail.com.
smiling face, expectations with grace. The tensions are rising, it's not surprising. I think I found a dream to chase. I'll have to learn to change just like the weather. I might not be the same, but I might be better. I'll have to learn to change just like the weather. I might not be the same, but I might be better.
That was Tasteless Jack with what is overwhelmingly one of Central Massachusetts musicians' favorites, called Weather. It's pretty easy to hear why. Remember that you can find all the links to the music that you hear on the show in the show notes. C-Mom says it is time for some music history. On August 27th in 1965, Elvis Presley met the Beatles for the very first time at the King's LA mansion, where they hung out, talked music, and had an impromptu jam session. John Lennon would later say, if it hadn't been for him, the Beatles would be nothing. On August 24th in 1979, the Ramones movie Rock and Roll High School opened in theaters, with the title song becoming one of their classics and the film going on to earn a massive cult following. On August 21st in 2015, when the Westboro Baptist Church staged a protest outside a Foo Fighters concert in Kansas City, the band drove a truck in front of the demonstrators and rickrolled them by blasting Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. On August 20th in 2018, the RIAA certified the Eagles' Their Greatest Hits from 71 to 75 as the best-selling album in American history at 38 million units, officially surpassing Michael Jackson's Thriller by 5 million copies. And on August 26th in 2023, Oliver Anthony became the first artist with no chart history ever to debut at #1 in America when Rich Men North of Richmond, recorded outdoors in a single take with his dogs nearby, shot straight to the top. That's some music history for you this week.
I could have stood alone for hours and hours on end, cooking in the undertow and kicking off the nets and hooks, yeah. Why don't I move along with just mushrooms left in the dark? Nobody does it alone, I'm not leaving, I am moving on with you. Outside of everything, yeah, with you. The upside of everything. Kinda
That was the Chelsea Curve once again, off of the same album, That's Kinda Wanna. C-Mom says it is time for your marketing promotion tip of the week. Don't over-polish your content. Now, we used to worry about how perfect our content was, remember? We would always worry that we looked good. Filters were a really big deal. It was really important. And before the AI age, it did matter a little more. But now the tables are turning because people see too much polished content and minds automatically go to AI and think it's fake. Here's a quote from an article in Entrepreneur, and it kind of nails it. Quote, when a user sees a perfect ad, they feel like they are being talked at. When they see a low effort post, they feel like they are being talked to. So what does that mean? Record the video, take the photo, and post it with little to no editing. Be real, make mistakes. If you mess up speaking, just leave it. Nobody cares. Save your money for long-term campaigns that might need that more polished effort. But for the day-to-day, no one is spending enough time on one thing to pay attention to if you put makeup on or not. Honestly, they're probably so focused on the captions instead of listening with the sound on, they're not even looking at you. Just be yourself because we need real more than ever right now. Now, if you ever want to talk more about your marketing and branding strategy, you can reach out anytime. I am always here to help. You can schedule appointments at dannycutler.com, and I have the twice monthly newsletter that I haven't sent in a month for even more. And there's also a private Facebook group, and all the links, yes, will be in the show notes.
Ringing out PAs like every goddamn day. I think I gotta slow down. Try not to think I never spare, but time showed me how. So we're looking at my brother. Yeah, we lost our mother. I don't recognize him now. Started to discover how to drink away from trouble. This will take my eyes are out. This is as far as I get. Before I do something I'll regret. Yes, I lost many friends, untimely hands, cause they're never sitting and told. Yes, they lost all their shame till they don't want to and they had a drink alone. Mothers and fathers and brothers and daughters who love them the most. Try not to go too far down the bottle when we drink with their ghosts. But it's supposed to end before we could hold them again. This is as far as I can. Before I do something I'll regret. Something I'll regret.
That again was Tasteless Jack with the song off his new EP, and that was called As Far As I Get. Seriously, I'm going to miss having new music from him and seeing him out and about at shows. Definitely feeling it. Well, that's it for episode 102. It's kind of weird trying to be a tribute and keep it light, but then 2 deaths in the past week. Craziness. But you know what? It's just a part of life, isn't it? So links to all the music and the news that you heard this week will definitely be in the show notes. If you have feedback, you can always get in touch on social media. It's scenemomsays on Facebook, dcutleraz everywhere else. And you can also email scenemomsays@gmail.com. And if you do like what you hear, please share. It definitely helps support the artists and it helps me too. Thanks as always for listening. Give those close to you a big ol' hug, and you'll hear me again soon. You've been listening to the Scene Mom Says podcast. Intro, outro music is Look Good for the Radio by Fairy Bones. Learn more about Danny and the show at dannycutler.com.